Yep, hello there. This is Daniel Eric, or Willifer, or Guillermo Gage, and I am finally making a video journal. This is 10 days worth. I would like to make some a few days sooner, but um, yeah, preparing it, is what I gotta do. I gotta prepare. I gotta take a look at what I did during the days. Okay, this is covering the first. This video journal is covering the first 10 days of June of 2026. It is today. It is just turned 10:18 a.m. on 2026 June 11th, which is a Thursday. And I'm gonna cover stuff that I did. Yeah, June. Okay, yeah, June 1st to the 10th. Okay, Monday, June 1st. That was definitely a five. That was a day at my second job, my little job, and 5:31. I did a 5:31 to about 11:14 p.m. or so shift on June 1st. And yeah, I probably wasn't doing much productive before I got home from work that day. Actually, hey, let's take a look at the plastic usage. This one bag here is for the first 10 days. So the hope is that I can get less plastic usage for the next 10 days. I'll use a different bag. I'll use I'll use a different bag for that one. So this one, 10 days isn't much. So I don't know which of these, did I get anything at the Walmart store on June 1st? Possibly not, because I don't see anything that would have been that. So I think maybe I didn't buy any plasticky stuff, even though it was at a grocery store I was working at, so they have food items and whatnot. Okay, well, June 2nd. Okay, so when I got home from work, about 11:30, I was up until 12:57 a.m. going into the June 2nd. So on June 2nd, I slept from about 12:57 to 7:14. From 7:14 to 9:49, I did a variety of things. I brushed my teeth. I strained the milk kefir, the milk kefir that I've been keeping alive since October of 2019. I think it's like October 23rd, 2019 when I got that in the mail. I've been keeping it alive all these years by feeding it more milk and whatnot. Whole milk, usually try to do it grass fed or whatever. Well, I remember scrolling through my YouTube history trying to figure out what was I spending the previous days on. Let's see. For some reason, I watched one of those videos from a YouTube creator. I guess I'll just say it, John Campea, which I want to watch less of because some of his takes are pretty bad. But I was curious about his thoughts on something. Those are just icebreakers, cool mint. It's definitely not nicotine. I should probably be more focused when I'm making these videos. Okay, let's see. I did a shower. I shower other days as well, but this one that was 7:14 to 9:49. But also gave Doggy Lucky his pill, his morning pill. Took him out. He did pee and poop. Okay. I guess this is just getting more specifics of what I was doing. This is stuff that I tend to do every day anyway. From 9:49 to 10:03 is when I got picked up and dropped off to my main job on Tuesday. 4:42 p.m. I clocked out at 4:42 p.m. I clocked up a bit sooner because I had an errand with a cousin to do. We went out to a part of town that we usually don't go to, Greenfield. And actually, oh yeah, there's this place called Pizza King in Greenfield, and it was really great. I'd heard about it, and since I was there, I decided to try it. I had disposable income for it, so I got like the largest pizza there was. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna get something," and yeah, yeah, and yeah, I probably ate about half of it or something. And I want something that's big enough so both me and cousin could get a good amount. And it was $30, but it was so worthwhile. It was a pickup thing, not a delivery thing, because we were actually in the area. And I recommend it if you're in Greenwood, Indiana. I got home at like 7:30 or so. This is later than usual. This is why, yeah. So I took just before I left for work. So it was gone along early. Okay, 9:49, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, got on for like 10 hours. Yep. Um, little under 10 hours. So I got home. I don't know. Probably. Again, I'm trying to reduce my YouTube usage. I'm gonna try to be more specific about that. In future videos. June 3rd. Uh, I called up my ride, picked up, dropped off. So from 9:10, 9:17, 9:30 is when I called my ride, got picked up from my ride, and dropped off. This is at work for my main job. 4:49 I clocked out, did my errand. 8 p.m. got home. Actually, this place called Handel's Ice Cream, which is very nice. Also went to like a ramen shop that was right next to it. Handel apostrophe S. It's an ice cream shop where it's just like there's no store inside of it or restaurant. It's just like a building, and then they hand it through the window, and you walk up to it. And there's also a ramen shop nearby, so there was some plastic usage there. The packety things that the ramen goes in and whatnot. And it was a fun, entertaining experience to have those two things. And I like to have experiences. Since I'm not going to be in Greenwood, probably for the foreseeable future. It's just kind of a one-off thing. I mean, maybe in a few years I might, for some reason, be in Greenwood. But I live many miles away from Greenwood. And I got home. Okay, and it's part of the same errand. It was kind of a 2-day thing that had to be done over the course of a couple days. An automotive errand. Let's see. An automotive car based errand. That was happening. June 4th. Okay, so I think I fell asleep. It says I was up at 3 a.m. I think I mean that I went to bed probably around midnight or something. I woke up suddenly at 3 a.m., but then I fell back asleep by like 6 a.m. Oh, was I watching like a real life fake wizard YouTube video or something similar to that? Well, anyway, pick up 10:45, 10:49, 11:04. I stopped at the Thornton's convenience store. Doing that on June 4th on the way to work. I was there for less than 5 minutes. I tipped my Uber driver well. Probably got like a $5 tip or something. 4:48, I clocked out. Then between 5:20 and 5:47, I was calling my Uber and getting home. Took lucky out. So June 4th was the last day that I talked to that AI program Grok or any other similar AI program at all, like the Brave search one or the Leo from Brave. And I think I was probably talking to them about the back rooms and just saying my thoughts. And I decided I want to stop doing this because it uses up electricity energy by the water and stuff, and uses a lot of processing power. Plus, I want to interact with real humans instead of just a robot thing that's just sort of spits out interesting corporate sounding language that agrees with me. I was talking about my theories about what the Backrooms A24 movie, the movie version, represents. And it was just kind of agreeing with me and using that kind of coded corporate language and whatnot. Not coded, canned language. Well, it was around 8:10 p.m. 8:10 p.m. on June 4th was the final day that I ever did any of that. So I haven't done it since. Yeah. I think I was asking other than just on the main search page, I may have asked a question about like where are the nuts and bolts located for the muffler on moped scooter, but I didn't ask Grok that. It was just on the one singular page without a continuing conversation on the Brave search engine, and it may have spit out one of those automated sort of like answer things, which you can turn off, and it may have which kind of like sums up the top search results. So other than that, I haven't intentionally used an AI program to try to carry on some sort of conversation about culture or stuff in life. So yeah, that may have been like June 6th or 7th or something. June 5th, I took lucky out. Got home 4:02. Got home 4:02 p.m. Oh, that's because it's one of the shorter days. That was Friday. I ate cheese. I ate some V8 juice. Drank Topo Chico. I probably tried the passion fruit flavor. I quite like that, which is like 0 sugar. Took a lucky out again, pee and poo, back indoors, sleepy by 4:40 p.m. I must have stayed up late listening or something. Taking these notes while sleepy. Now 5:10 p.m. This is June 5th. Let's see, 5:10 to 39. Oh, I was on. Oh, for some reason I have a dating app installed. I don't like them. But I don't really go forward much with them. But I guess I was on one. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying money for it. The one that seems to be legitimate and not as trashy, the Boo app. Well, I mentioned this. It's one of the things that I spent 20. No, wait. Yeah, it was 29 minutes. Okay, well, then I quit out of it. 540 to 550, I gathered a bunch of pop tabs from the various usually I have mildly flavored water that does not contain sugar or any sugar alternative thingy. I gathered the pop tabs because I like to save the pop tabs, have that be separate from the other aluminum recycling. 550 to 6. This was on June 5th, so 550 to 617 Silica for your main dishes. Oh, I did a bunch of laundry, ton of laundry from 550 to 617. Yeah, I was soaking the dishes, pre-soaking some of my clothes with OxyClean, like my work clothes that got so soaked that you gotta rinse them out and do multiple rinse throughs in the sink or in the bathtub to get some of the dirt out that the laundry wash won't do. So 617 to 646, did some more OxyClean. And my mom sent me a photo of her doggies who that are now have a nice big fence so they can run around more. Instead of the little chain that only goes about 10 feet or so. So it's a 49-second video that I saw. Let's see. Her Malinois doggies and her Australian sheepdog type doggie. So at 9:10 p.m. I think I went to the store in between and got something like, I think it was like cheese, the sharp cheddar cheese or something. No, it's something else. It's something at the grocery store. It's probably getting more water or something, other refill waters. So I got back and the laundry that I started at 8:10 and back at 9:10, the laundry had not dried yet. I had to put in for 30 more minutes. But then I plucked some weeds at the weed on the patio. From 9:45 to 10:13, I finally retrieved the laundry. This 10 p.m. 10:13 p.m. I got home. Retrieved a bunch of laundry that I did. I got home. I made a smoothie. What was the smoothie? I think it was the kefir and the passion fruit and bananas. So it had a nice tang to it because of the passion fruit, the mildly flavored passion fruit juicy water from Topo Chico. This is a nice taste. And remember, it's zero sugar. 1 gram of natural sugars, 0 grams of added sugars in each of the 12-ounce cans. I like it. I just wanted to have that experience of having the taste of it. It's not something I regularly get. I get stuff when it's a new flavor. June 6th, Saturday, up till 4. I don't know if I was up till 4 a.m. but I woke up at 7:40. I didn't sleep much. Took Lucky out. I definitely took Lucky out before I left the house. Fed him his pill. 9:40 to 5:23 p.m. shift. 5:35 or so is when the bus arrived. 5:46 to 6 p.m. is when I was waiting for the ride to arrive. From 6 o'clock to 6:14, I was in the ride. This was on Saturday, June 6th. 6:15 to maybe 7 p.m., pushing 7 p.m. Lucky was I was for over 30 minutes after I got home. He did another pee and a poop. And I fell asleep on June 6th at 7:45 p.m. I fell asleep way early because I hadn't been sleeping. So I apparently, in my sleep, I must have nudged the phone that I didn't place back on the gun. It was on the bed with me. And apparently at 2:01 a.m. I nudged it. And so on the little app that detects activity, it says, oh, your screen turned on for a second. But I woke up at 6:54 a.m. So from 7:45 p.m. on the 6th to 6:54 a.m. for over 11 hours, I slept. And then I really got back up for real 7:29. From 6:54 to 7:29, I remember I was calculating how much sugar is in the gummy bears that I ate recently. If 9 of them are 14 grams of sugar, 3 of them are a little under 5 grams. From 8:30 to 8:45, I took Lucky out again, pee poop. I washed dishes from 8:45 to 9:26. Did another cold shower. I did a shower, but then also I did a cold shower. Dressed at 9:40 p.m. Drank dishes, clean up, made a blender smoothie. This was Sunday, so this is a day that I could do my second chop. I did go. I went to church that day. It was at 12:30 to 1:15 service. At 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, I finally did some push-ups, but they're basically nothing. I did just manage to crank out 5 of the Bring Sally Up push-ups with the 10-pound backpack. Did the work shift that I usually always do from like 5 to 11. It's 5:01 to 11:20 p.m. June 8th, Monday. I've been emotionally invested in the Michael Jackson box office numbers. I want it to make like $1 billion. It's gonna make well over 900 though, at least. And it's about to break Bohemian Rhapsody record. 8 eggs, couple bananas. I did my shift. And then, okay, so June 9th was that when I got home from work on June 9th, basically, I just watched the Nintendo Direct and people talking about it, and then I fell asleep shortly after. And then June 10th, which was yesterday, Wednesday, June 10th, when I got home, I was emotionally invested in the Michael Jackson box office. I checked it. I checked what people were thinking. And for some reason, I ended up watching like a 55-minute long Matt Walsh video. And actually, this one was pretty good. A lot of times it's repetitive stuff I already know about, or even stuff I agree with, but he kind of had some new stuff to say. But basically, I want to still be mindful of like what I'm spending my time consuming. Fortunately, what I have managed to not do is, after watching the Nintendo Direct, is I've made a decision: do not watch any, like, other than the one from Arlo, the blue Muppet guy, Arlo, also known as Arlo Stuff or Topic Arlo, on his second channel. This was his main channel, I think, for Arlo Stuff. I think maybe I watched like a 15 or 17-minute video of him talking about Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, which they only showed this tiny teaser with like a few seconds of like CGI, like Link, like young Link in his treehouse thingy. But fortunately, I think I managed to watch like 0 other videos, because what's the point of making a video about this? It was a little teaser. Just in 2 months, they're going to show a full gameplay reveal. In like 3 months, by September, they're going to have like full gameplay reveal of the actual game, because it's supposed to come out in 2026. So, yeah, they said 2026. So overall, yeah, avoid watching silly like 30-minute excessive YouTube videos. How about that? All right, then. I think that's all I got to say for now. Because I did push-ups. What were my push-ups? Yeah, because I did a few more of these. Freaking chat. No, so all the way from June 1st to 4th, there was no push-ups. June 5th, or what was it, the day? It was June 7th. I did like literally just 5 push-ups. But this is the one. I ended up doing way more. And this was the 10-pound backpack. This is the Bring Sally Up method. I'm trying to load up what it was. There we go. Come on. Nearly there, because this is the video's going to 18 minutes. There we go. Okay, so. There we go. Okay, it was the first. No, June 4th. I did 20 push-ups. Okay, so this was at 11:59 p.m. June 4th, I did 20 push-ups with the 10-pound or 10 Libra backpack, as I call it. There was just straightforward quick push-ups at 11:59 p.m. just to get something. It was 14 push-ups. Then my knee dropped up to the ground, hit the ground. Then I eked out 6 more push-ups, again with a 10-pound backpack. June 5th, I just did the 5. No. June 5th, I did 8 AOML push-ups. So 8, and then after Old Miss Lucy. So June 4th and 5th, I did a few. This was at 11:51 p.m., again with a 10 Libra backpack. June 6th was nothing. June 7th was when I did just the 5, which is, again, it's not enough to make a difference. And that's enough to say that I've attempted something. Some it's like 11:59 p.m. I was like, you know what, I should just try some, whatever I can eke out. June 8th. Okay, here's the one where I do more. From a 4:29 and 21 seconds to 4:30 and 25 seconds, I did 8 AOML1 push-ups with the 10 Libra backpack. Then, just a few minutes later, at 4:32 and 5 seconds to 4:34 and 50 seconds, I did another 8 AOML4, then 3, then 2, then 2 push-ups, also with the 10 Libra backpack. Finally did some not at 11 p.m. I actually did it before leave the house for work. Okay, so June 9th, I did no push-ups, and then finally June 10th. This is I eked out way more. This is a more proper round from 11:45 and 11 seconds to 11:50 and 28 seconds. I did 8 AOML, 4 AOML, 4 AOML. So I made it to the third AOML after Old Miss Lucy. So that's a good accomplishment when you make it to the third AOML of bring Sally up push-ups. Then I managed 3, then 3, then 4, then 2, then 2, then 2. This is in that 5-minute type of range from 11:45 to 11:50. And then power, I eked out some more at 11:58 to 11:59 and 40 seconds. I did another 8 AOML, then 4 of the same bring Sally up / green Sally up push-ups, all with the 10 Libra backpack. All right, then. That's all I got to say. I'm going to be leaving for work. So bye for now. Yep, and I took this morning. Yep, I took a look at. Also took him out late at night. Also took him out later into I was still up, and I took him at 2 a.m. as well. I just took him out for 15, 20 minutes recently, just now before making this video. Okay, yep. And today's not going to be a long shift as well. I'll get home at 5:30, 5:45 p.m. All right, then. And it's 10:38 p.m. I'm about to leave for work. So, bye for now.